Do we need wine?
I always need wine.
Action. Can I get some?
No.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Deuber table. Today we are going to give you a little tour of our kitchen.
Yeah, some of the people have been asking for that, so we thought we would go through kind of how we laid out and designed the kitchen and things we love about it and the things that we think make it unique.
Basically, Mark laid out this entire kitchen because he is a control freak.
You're gonna make me look like a control freak.
I'm not going to make you look like one. When you
I am one.
You are one.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Surgeons are control freaks.
I know.
Show me a surgeon who's not a control freak.
It's a shitty one.
Okay, well.
I like it, except for when he tells me where to put everything. So,
Because everything has its place.
my mom says too.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start without
Let's
further
do it.
ado. So it was actually one of our friends who we love to entertain. We have people come over and we love to cook for them, and kind of everybody congregates and hangs out in the kitchen. And when we were thinking about remodeling our kitchen, which it was Cary's idea to redo it, why did we get to remodel our kitchen?
Because I got a big closet.
Yeah, so it was a trade out. Our friend suggested that we do like a dine-in counter because people love to kind of be part of the cooking and watching. So we kind of set this up like a chef's table. So we have a big table here, and I think we have 8 seats. The one over there gets shortchanged a little bit by the sink, but this is our chef's table, and this is kind of where we plate food, and then where we enjoy food.
In the restaurants, it's called a pass, right? This is
It's
Mark's
called
pass.
it's called the pass. So we kind of set this kitchen up a little bit like a commercial kitchen space in terms of functionality, and I think it works really well.
I think part of it too is, you go to we go to a lot of restaurants that are like Michelin restaurants, and some of them have, like Brooklyn Fare has this kind of setup, and we really enjoy dining in that space, and so we decided to make
A similar space. Yeah. This is kind of our chef's table here. And so whenever we're cooking a fancy meal, we frequently have multiple plated courses. And so I wanted to set this up where everything that we needed for that was here. So we have these drawers here, and if I need to slice meat at the end or chop something up, a final garnish, I have knives here. I have some spices that we might use for finishing here. I have some cooking utensils and a lot of service utensils. We have all of our flatware here. If we're going to grate cheese on something, or lemon zest, or an orange zest, we have different graters right here, truffle slicers. We keep all of our plates here, and we have more plates here. So then when we're done with a course, we can rinse the plates over here in the sink. We have a little trash can right here. And then we have 2 dishwashers right here. We have these dish drawers. I think this one is running right now. We can run a set of dishes and have the second dishwasher available, and then we can put everything away right here, so we don't have to move from this space to do anything.
I like this space too.
Oh yeah, I love this out.
This is super cute. This is the spice rack, and it has kind of our finishing spices.
Yeah, it's got finishing salts. This is like a really high flavor olive oil. We've got a bunch of balsamic vinegars and various fancy vinegars that we might use for finishing dishes right here in front of people.
We got it from German kitchen cabinets, and I really love them because, like, this was something that was important to me, is having the lighting and so forth, so you can actually see what's in your drawers.
We have this is kind of for roasting and baking here. And so we have some cutting boards we keep up here, various baking trays down here. Then we have these Gaggenau ovens. This is actually a steam combi oven.
So we don't have a microwave here. So this is what we use as a microwave. And at first I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna have a microwave. Like, how am I gonna do anything? But this combi steam oven functions as a better microwave.
Yeah, so it's a little bit slower than a microwave, but I think the quality of what comes out of it is
Way
much better. Cary's section in the kitchen.
Area.
So why don't you talk about what we have here?
Okay, so this is my baking station. This is my pasta maker that I use. So I use this to roll out the pasta dough that I make here. And I tend to make, cookies, and I'm the baker. That's my...
You set this up with Carrera marble here?
Yeah, because that's great for rolling out dough. My baking station here, so I have my mixer, my food processor, and then all of my supplies that I need for baking.
So we've got all the baking spices right here. This comes out.
This comes out, which is nice because when Zuri wants to help me, she can just kind of be right here. And then I have all my things right here. So it's very organized. I mean, for me, this is very organized. But we cleaned out our pantry. I'm sure everybody has had this project, but it's finally like I can find everything. Super excited. You know, quarantine project.
We have our main trash can and recycle over here.
I like this too.
We have a lot of storage areas here, things that if we're storing foods or whatever.
Yeah, and again, these light cabinets are just awesome. And then this was actually my idea. I actually had a contribution, this enormous Galley Sink. I thought it was really cool. I've seen it in other kitchens, and it's a 6 foot. This is a 6 foot. 6 foot sink.
There's that math skills again.
Shut up. The cool thing about it is that it has cutting boards, so you can, you know, use these for prep. You can flip them over.
They have different levels. You can put those on the lower level and have a big long cutting board. You can have it on the upper level, and you can slide them out.
I didn't know that it did that.
You can cut vegetables on one. You can dump them right into the sink. The sink is slanted. We have 2 faucets here. We've got another garbage disposal over in that sink.
And then we have like a rack, there's a colander, and there's like all kinds of things that you can add to the sink. Especially if you have like a smaller kitchen too, because you can make this counter space. So if you wanted to serve, you know, on a countertop, you could just close this whole thing off, and this could be your serving area.
And it makes cleanup so much easier. So,
I didn't know that's how that works.
So we have another.
I didn't.
It's only been a year and a half.
I know, but I just thought they were different sized boards. No. I'm a dumbass.
We got more knives over here. So this is actually where I prep. If I'm going to make a big meal, I'll do all my prep ahead of time over here, slice vegetables and keep everything. So I have a set of knives here. I have kind of cooking oils and cooking vinegars here and various cooking utensils. I do some sous vide cooking, so I've got these crazy sous vide things over here.
These things.
I keep all of my kind of prep containers in here. We have more trash over here.
God, no one cares about the trash cans.
We got another dishwasher here that we'll put in all of our prep things.
This is the full size. That's the full size dishwasher that's running.
Okay, we got a refrigerator here.
You don't like to show the spice rack. This is like my favorite part.
So these are the spices that we're actually using for kind of prep and cooking early on. You guys see me use a lot of bay leaves and various different things. So that's over here.
This is a Sub-Zero Pro. And what I loved about it is that it has separate areas for veg, for produce, and then I make him put like the raw meat.
You can see I got a chicken drying in here, and I got some duck breast drying in there right now.
Because like I'm a psycho about germs and stuff, and I don't like the raw meat getting near my produce. All right, so let's talk about your Molteni. The star of the show.
So I'm going to kind of show you. We have a couple of kind of standard burners that people are used to.
Which is what I use to boil water, because that's about all I can do.
You can cook, baby.
Okay.
These are incredibly hot. Go ahead and show them the oven.
So this is the oven. This thing is really heavy.
And you can see it goes all the way through, so you could put a turkey in on this side and then take it out on that side if you wanted to. Yeah, I know.
I'll let you do that.
And we mostly roast large things in here, prime ribs, turkeys, small children. Not funny. People have seen me cooking on this thing. I'm going to show you what this is in here. This is very thick iron. This has a burner down here. It's got fire brick. I'm going to turn that on. You're going to see it come on and light. And you can see it's got a huge burner down here. This is 30,000 BTUs. So this entire surface gets hot. And not only does this get hot and you can cook over this whole thing, it's graduated heat from very hot right here, a little bit less hot here, more or less simmer here. And then this whole area is lined with concrete here. The heat mass extends all the way to the edge, and you keep all your food warm on the edge while you're waiting to serve it.
Yeah, so you can, if you want something really hot and boiling, you put it in the center, and then as you gradually pull it away, it gets cooler. So you can put, you know, a bunch of different pans on here. You can be cooking together at the same time if you'd let me near it.
Or on both sides you can be cooking. So,
I hear that.
Yes, I heard that.
And I'm not allowed to like really
you don't ever want to turn it on. So
I turn it on and then you say I did it wrong.
No, you like to store things on here, and this gets.
Store them. I set them.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
The idea with this French top, some people call it a flat top. They're very common in Michelin-starred restaurants. They're in general not that common in America, but I love this thing. You have to turn this on and preheat it. It takes 45 minutes to really come up to heat. But then the idea is you leave it on for your whole meal. You don't ever turn the heat up or down on it. You just regulate the heat by where you position your pan relative to where that burner is. So super hot, not as hot, warm. Here we have a plancha here or a griddle. We can make pancakes on this. We do shrimp on this, scallops. We warm tortillas on this.
A la plancha.
A la plancha. This gets very hot also. And then we have a warming drawer here. And if I'm getting real fancy, I can't do a talk without talking about fancy. We keep really fancy dishes in here, and I can turn this warming drawer on and have hot plates to serve food.
All right. I think that was thorough.